Sat down in first period when my teacher asked, "Why are you here?" I looked at her confused, so she told me to go to the office. I grabbed my bag, and the second I stepped into the hall, my best friend pulled me into a tight hug. "I'm so sorry about Devin," he said, but I asked, "What about my brother?" That's when he pulled back and looked at me with tears in his eyes. "There was an accident on Route 45. It was your brother's red Jeep." I immediately sprinted outside. Mom was already in the parking lot, and I asked if Devin was okay, but she just told me to get in. I kept trying to ask questions, but Mom kept saying, "When we get home," as she gripped the steering wheel so hard her knuckles turned white. When we got home, I instantly noticed Devin's red Jeep was missing, and suddenly, everything felt so real. Mom stayed in the car while I walked to the house, my footsteps feeling heavy. I opened the door, and the house was too quiet, until I heard SportsCenter playing in the living room. And then I saw Devin lounging on the couch, and he looked at me. "Shouldn't you be at school?" I stared at him in disbelief. "Everyone thinks you're dead." He laughed, but I said, "I'm serious. Someone died in your Jeep this morning." That's when Mom walked in, and she collapsed the second she saw Devin, and he realized this wasn't a joke. And then there was a knock on the door, and the cops were outside. We got an ID on the Route 45 victim, Sean Engler, 24. Devin's face went white. "My best friend? Sean? How?" That's when I saw our Ring doorbell, and I realized we could see what happened on the app, so I took out my phone and played the footage. We watched Sean stumble up our driveway, drunk and crying because his girlfriend just dumped him. And when nobody answered, he went for the Jeep and sat there for a minute with his head on the steering wheel, and then he started the Jeep and drove away. "You left the keys in the car, like always," I said quietly. Devin closed his eyes. He came to me for help.